Hey guys, I'm the Dare Deputy. I'm bringing you to you some more OU replays. Sorry I haven't done a live session in a long while, but really I don't know. I just don't really feel like recording, and I still have these good battles, and I want to show you guys, so deal with the replays. This is a pretty cool team. I made it. It was based around agility, sub, passing, glice score, which Fufu used a variant of, and Kyurem, because Kyurem is the Bay. So I lead off with Gliscor, actually predicting the Heatran because I was like, he's gonna get up his rocks and he'll have to switch, he'll switch out because I'm a Gliscor. Why would you stay in? So I go for the substitute, and he actually taunts me. So, okay, I guess I won't be going for agility and baton passing that off, but I will be going for the Earthquake and killing it with one shot. I know this thing probably has the what's it called, the Ice Punch, yes, but I do pretty decent damage off. But now I do need to get the fuck out. He does still go for the Ice Punch, not predicting anything, but I go into Ferrothorn, get some great damage off with the Iron Barbs. He gets a critical hit Drain Punch, but really it still would have done a lot of damage just because, I mean, it's a Drain Punch. But I do get a lot more damage off with the Gyro Ball, but I have to switch back out. So that means I go into Gliscor, which baits the Ice Punch instead of the Drain Punch, which allows me to go into my Gyarados, get the attack drop so it does very pitiful damage, even on top of that, and he's going to have to switch out. It gives me a chance to Dragon Dance. I actually Dragon Dance so he wouldn't get the super effective Drain Punch on me if that's what he decided to go for. And he has Stun Spore, Whimsicott, which I don't agree with. I mean, Whimsicott's a bitch to deal with. And there's so many bitchier moves you can run. Like, Stun Spore is not even that threatening. But I do have to get out now because a Drain Punch will kill me. I know he's going to go for it, so I go into my specially defensive Gardevoir, knowing, I mean, I 4 times resist it. It's not going to hurt. He goes into Tyranitar. Weird choice, because I could have gone for a Moonblast and just ruined his day right there. But I decided to go for the Heal Bell just to get this thing unparalyzed. I do get my Toxic Heal back. He's got a Dragon Dance when I go for the sub. I really would have thought he switched out, but I guess not. And now he's going to go for the Crunch. It does break my sub, but I get the agility off. I get another agility off because he is at +1, and I want to outspeed him. So I'm going to baton pass that over to Kyurem, and now I'm a Kyurem with ×3 speed. Though he does get the crit, but I get the Roost off. I outspeed everything on his team, even if that's Scarfed. Yeah, if that's Scarfed Gengar, I do outspeed that, because I made sure I outspeed it at +2 speed. I do live the Mach Punch, but I am at 4% HP, so I switch out into Ferrothorn just to sack it off, but also to kill his Conkeldurr with the Iron Barbs. Sadly, I lose my speed boosts, but what can you do? I saved my Kyurem, that's all I want to do. I know I can take a Shadow Ball or a Sludge Wave, so I just stay in. I go for the Wish. I go into Keldeo because at this point I thought he was Scarfed because I don't know. Is he Scarfed? I don't remember. I think he is, actually. But I just kill him with a Surf. And I just won from here because Keldeo is the Bay. Earthquake doesn't even kill me. Or wait, no, Sandstorm does, and I could just go into anything and finish him off, which I decided to give Gyarados the kill. And yeah, that was my first victory. The second victory, this is a 3-game win streak, and it's not like I lost yet, but that's all I've played so far with this team. So yeah, here's the second game. He leads off with his Mamoswine. I predicted that. I thought he would lead off with this or the Garvantula. Either way, Fisticuffs could take them both on easily. He decides to go for the Earthquake, get some damage off, but I take him down to his Sash with a critical hit Flash Cannon. Crit did not matter. I just go for the Roost, and Scizor I know will kill me with a Bullet Punch if it's banded, so I plan to go out into Scizor, but luckily I misclicked and go out into Gyarados, which is actually pretty cool because I get the attack drop on it. U-turn does almost nothing. This actually baits out the Garvantula, which gives me a free switch right back into my Kyurem, right back into Fisticuffs. And I actually predict him, I don't know, I just sort of went for Ice Beam because it's my strongest hitting move. And because I don't actually have a Dragon move on this thing. Actually, still Ice Beam would do the same amount. But Yeah, crit, that did help a bit, but not a terrible amount. He takes 2, so he's actually not banded. I find this out, and he takes 2 turns worth of iron barbs. I actually predict him to go out into his Landorus or his Galvantula. So I go for the Gyro Ball, thinking it would do massive damage to either, since they're both really fast and I'm slow as balls. But it really ends up not doing that much anyways. Also, he goes on to Absol. That's a big thing. So Absol's dead. He misses a Fire Blast, so TY based Fufu, because yeah, that helps me a lot, because Vinally actually wins me the game. Landorus comes in, I'm switching out because I don't want to take an Earth Tower. He actually goes for the Focus Blast. I don't agree with that. I think Earth Power would have done just as much damage, but he switches into Scizor. I switch back into Vinally, thinking that this was going to come out. I was correct. He takes more Iron Barbs, but he knocks off my lefties. I do get the Rocks up. That means the Mamoswine is now dead on entry. I do get another layer of Spikes up as well, which is really good. And here, since he's at the -1 attack, I do switch into Batilda, because that won't do anything, because I am fully defensive. I get my Toxic Heal. I'm going to go for the sub. He goes for a knockoff, just to knock off my item, but it doesn't even break the sub. I get 1 agility off, and he goes for another knockoff. Thinking he's going to go for the Bullet Punch this turn, and that's 3 hits. Even though he's -2 stages and I'm a Gliscor, that has to break my sub. So I actually predict him to go for the Bullet Punch, and I do go for another sub, because nothing he has now can break this sub. And I Baton Pass this to Kyurem, I think? Or maybe this thing. No, I kill this thing, so he can't get a massive damage off on... I either pass to the Keldeo or the Kyurem. Oh, I accidentally go for the sub. I actually meant to go for the, I meant to go for the Baton Pass, but I accidentally clicked sub, so that kind of sucked, but it doesn't matter, because he is just going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, because you don't mess with threats. I get a free switch into Fisticuffs. I'm at ×2 speed. I outspeed everything on his team. Mamoswine dies. I'm thinking... at this point, I cannot risk him going for Swords Dance, and an Iron Head will kill me. And I'm thinking I can actually live a Sucker Punch, because I'm very bulky in this thing. Because my EVs are specifically designed to outspeed certain things at ×2 speed. Like, this whole team is based around getting speed past to Kyurem. So I decide I'm gonna have to risk it. Because I win anyways. I have 6 Pokemon. I kill this thing with the Earth Power. I do lose Fisticuffs. Kind of sad. It would have been nice to OHKO this Landorus, but I can go into Cocktail anyways. Mega Evolve, get the huge damage boost, and he goes for Gravity, actually helping me because that increases the accuracy of Ice Fang. So yeah, that was a pretty fun battle. I don't think he could have won. I don't know. He was the Gravity Landorus, which it's kind of a bad set. If he was just the standard 4 attack or Rock Polish set, he could have possibly won, but probably not. Actually, he had to be Rock Polish to beat Keldeo, so... And even then, I don't know if he had the Psychic, he would. But yeah, on to the third and final battle. This one, oh, turn one's a doozy. I lead with Fisticuffs, he leads with Garchomp. I predicted either the Volcarona or the Mamoswine, but Garchomp comes out. Him leading with Garchomp made me think that he was the Sashed Garchomp, which means he was gonna go for Rocks immediately. He ends up being Scarfed, or maybe he is Sash Garchomp with max speed investment. I guess that actually would be a thing. And I also would not, and if he was Scarfed, I didn't think he would go for the Dragon move because I have a Fairy type, but he does, and Fisticuffs dies first turn. But I just go into Heartache, immune to the Outrage, of course, hit him up with a huge Moonblast. I have 0 special attack investment, and that did 82%. I predicted him to go for the not the Fire move, but just like another type attack, I guess an Earthquake or something, just in case he wasn't actually the Scarfed one. This is actually a Calm Mind Manaphy. I'm not too scared of. I just get some hazards up, and I get Leech Seed because this thing's Leech Seeded. I know it's gonna be the rest Rain Dance Calm Mind set, but I'm not terribly afraid because I do have a Leech Seed on this thing. But he does get all his health back, and I'm just going to go for Moonblast, actually hoping to get the special attack drops. I go for Protect because actually, that was a bad play because he goes for a Calm Mind. I thought he would have attacked that turn, but he just keeps on going. I get hit up by a Scald, which does a lot of damage, but I'm just going to Protect this turn. Yeah, I do Protect. He goes for another Scald. I get lefties plus the Leech Seed, so I'm looking really good. At this point, I can survive another... No, I cannot survive another Scald. In my brain, okay, this is what I was thinking. If he went for Scald, then he would be low enough to where I could go into Keldeo and kill him with a Secret Sword, because that ignores the special defense increases. But he actually goes for the rest, which works out just as fine in my situation. He keeps on going for Calm Minds. I'm getting Leech Seed health back. I'm almost back to full. I can still get special attack drops with Moonblast, but I actually don't. He gets up to +6/+6. Kind of scary, but I go for the Wish just in case I live. He goes back for the Rain Dance. Wish actually didn't even activate. He goes for the Scald. I live on 1. I get the burn. I get the crit, or he gets the burn. I get the crit. That kills him because crits do ignore special defense, crits do ignore defense increases. And because I have Trace, I traced his hydration, and the burn gets cured that turn, which means I have priority. Because this thing's just gonna die, let's be honest. Why? I don't remember why I protected. In my brain, it was a smart play. I think I was trying to save it for later. I don't know. It was, now that I look back, that's kind of dumb. I do go into I do go into Cocktail because with the attack thingy, with the Intimidate, that does help a lot. I Waterfall because that will kill the Mamoswine. It also 2-hit KOs his Mandibuzz, who tried to switch in and just died. He goes into his own Gyarados. He gets the Intimidate. This does tell me he's either Mega or he is the bulky one, so I have to switch out. I go into Vinally, who is still max HP, by the way. He goes for the Earthquake. That does pitiful damage. I go for the Gyro Ball. I know it was resisted, but he's +1 speed. I thought it would do a lot more. It really didn't. So that's a bit disappointing. He goes for another D-Dance. I go for the Leech Seed this time, because now I can easily live another Earthquake. He goes for another D-Dance. He likes to set up. But I keep going for Spikes, because I want the Mamoswine on 65. Well, it's not going to die, even with all my hazards up, but it's going to take a buttload of damage. Garchomp will die on entry at this point, and Volcarona is going to just take so much damage too. So, Vinally is still out here, and Volcarona comes out. So I'm going to predict him to go for the Sleep Powder or something. I actually don't remember if these things actually get Sleep Powder. I think they do. I mean, it's a moth. I think all the moths and butterflies get them. Or just sack it off. But he actually goes for the Roost. That's kind of unfortunate, but he does kill me next turn. Does not get the Fiery Dance boost. It didn't matter anyways, because Spoonicorn does outspeed, and I do Oko with the Surf. So I killed it. Garchomp died on entry, and I outspeed and killed this thing with a Surf. And that was a fun game. Batilda didn't even do anything. Neither did Fisticuffs, except for dying. But yeah, that is a bunch of battles I just had tonight with this new OU team that's really fun. So if you're not a fan of Agility, Baton Pass Gliscor, or motherfucking Kyurem Black, or even Mega Gyarados, which you don't see often, try them out, because they're really good Pokemon. Yeah. See you next time, and stay dairy out there.